Good. So, sit up as tall as you can. Close your eyes. You can keep one foot on the ball, but just pause moving it. Breathing, letting the inhale and the exhale. Wash over. Let it be the focus for just a moment. We don't ask that it happen all through the day. Letting the breath be slow. If your mind starts to wander, okay, we're going to be here for enough of a time that I hope everybody's mind at least wanders once. Because I'd like you to notice that your brain starts to think about maybe something else. Maybe it's like she's really going to have us just pause and hold still with our eyes closed. We don't like sometimes not having movement or having something stimulating us, having us pay attention to a TV show, a talk. When we get to a practice, and it is getting to, right? It is discovery. When we get to a practice that is a pause, a really listening to our breath. Is it smooth? Really getting to a place where we have the opportunity to go, oh, I don't think my breath is very smooth, or I really notice that when I'm here, that my body calms down, my mind focuses. And if we can do this for 5 minutes, we can do it for 10 minutes. We can do it longer. So I'm actually going to take you one more place before we really start moving again. I'd like you to think of your very most favorite thing to do. Now, for me, it's like, yeah, but you got to be more specific. Do you mean my body? Do you mean my mind? Do you mean my spirit? Because there's lots of things. Doesn't matter. You pick one of something that you really love doing. And in your mind, right this third eye, in your mind, I'd like you to think of yourself. See if you can picture yourself doing that. Maybe it's getting a lot accomplished. Let us smile. Just turn the corners of your lips up just a little. And then last little assignment, still in this pause moment. Notice if the pause is difficult for you. If it is, it's okay. It's okay to be tough. But now residual, even though you didn't do, you just thought of what you did or like to do. How do you feel now, having even just thought about it, and maybe even just smiled a little bit about it? We have this powerful, there are so many times we think, I'm too busy, I've got too much to do, I can't do this, I got it. No, you just took that time. You just did it. I would encourage you to do that every day. Maybe it's a different thought. Maybe it's a specific scripture or a quote. But every day, take a moment and pause without a list of get this done and really enjoy you. Just the way you are. Not any different, not any younger, not any more supple, not stronger, just you now. And blink open the eyes. Thanks. Sometimes that's tough. Was it tough for anybody? I peeked a couple times. You're like, I've only got this much time and I want to move. I know. So, well done. Okay, find your feet. Find some place that's, tough. And so this is one of the things, it's one of the reasons I don't have one of these watches. They're just constantly a beeping. And we need to have some unbeeping time in our life. You're like, yeah, sure, Deb. You just got time to spare, so it's okay. All righty, let's move. Go ahead, you're working on a foot, but I'd like you to also stretch, reach. You can close your eyes again if you'd like to. Bring the hands, see if you can bring palms together, bend the elbows behind your head. Oh yeah, there you go. And then, can you find those shoulder blades and the elbows and this whole part of the arm just kind of expand. I'm going to go out to the side. Let your chin lift. And then drop them back down. Just notice that. Roll through those shoulders. We are going to change to the second foot. We're going to do that kind of that whole thing one more time. And then we're actually going to work a little bit deeper into our feet today. Okay. So if you're keeping your socks on because your toes are cold, I get it. But make sure you can still spread through your toes and feel those toes. It's good to have everybody back. Ooh, find a place. Here we go. Bring the arms out to the side. This time, instead of all the way up, you just goalpost them. Turn the palms. We've done this. Face the outside. And then try it like you're pushing the wall away, but you're not going to come here. You're just pushing the wall this way. You're going to get to a place where it's like stuck. Get stuck, and then elbows try to pull down. They don't move at all, but they're trying to. I'm trying so hard to pull this towards the floor. Something else has got to move, and you'll feel the shoulders shift onto your back because that's where there's some range of motion. You're still pushing hands. Okay, you're going to feel this across the top of your shoulder. Okay, as the elbows pull down, lift through the heart, lift through the chest, let the head come back a little bit. Turn your palms so they face up, and you're going to feel a different thing in your shoulder. Come back to here, turn to here. Notice the shoulder. Back to here, turn. You feel your shoulder kind of do this little loopy this. It just rolls. Open and draw. Oh, yeah. Roll through those shoulders. Beautifully done. Fabulous work. All right, back to your first foot, okay? We're going to find our three amigos, remember? Big toe on one side, pinky toe on the other side. 3, okay? Really try to get your ball of your foot flat on the floor while you're doing this, okay? And then you're just going to lift the heel. You're going to squish through those toes. Try to have the ball of the foot on the floor. Yeah, keep the ball of the foot on the floor and lift the heel, okay? We're squishing toes. You should feel some sensation in those toes, yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. And then come back down. Now, come up and over. Roll across. Try to point your toes. Can you spread them straight down? You might get a Charlie horse if you do. Come out, pause, work through, and come back in. Okay? You might get a second Charlie horse or even a third Charlie horse. And then release. Okay? Now, plant the ball of the foot down, come up onto the heel. I'd like you to lean forward and push hard on that ball with your heel. Push down enough that you start to feel this thigh, same foot, pushing, and you're using the thigh muscle. Then I'd like you to feel as if you're going to pull the toes back towards the behind you. And you're going to feel here, but you're also going to start to feel here and up into the glute. Okay? You may lean a little bit over if that helps you really work. I'd like you to get to a point where there's a little bit of a burn. And then release, okay? Move the ball to the other foot, and you won't lose it. And then just pick up and stretch out. Okay? So one of the things I'm finding with my own work is that if we can get that burn for just a moment and then work it out, it's one of the best ways to warm up our muscle because it uses so much of the muscle, okay, of the muscle fibers. Here we go, second side. Spread and find those 3 amigos, big toe, pinky toe. Try to get the ball of the foot on the ground. Yeah. Then lift up with the heel and squish the toes. You're trying to keep the ball of the foot down. You're trying to lift the heel like you've got the highest stiletto high heel shoe ever.
So back to the red.
Yeah, notice that's kind of hard. Okay, and then release. Beautifully done. You're going to come up and over the top. Come to the point. You might have a Charlie horse trying to say something and it's not coming out. Find that stretch. Find that pull across the top of the foot. You'll notice that there's some loss of blood flow in the knuckles. It's okay. And then release. Move the ball to the other side. Just wiggle through. Go ahead and come back. Put the ball of the foot down. Lean. Feel the squish. I want you to push down with your heel on that ball as hard as you can. So it's on the heel. It's not on the toes. We've moved the ball of the foot down. So it's here. It's back behind. Okay. And then I want you to push as hard as you can. Start to feel this work. And then you're pulling this heel back towards. So I have people tell me, and I used to go in, and I actually worked in an assisted living, and I'd go in and work with a couple of the bodies and have them just pull resistance against what I would have them move to work muscle. We do not, these muscles are incredible, right? This work happens. I hope you feel a little burn starting to happen in the back of the thigh, up into the glute. We can do this, but we have to decide to do it, right? And then release. Go ahead. You can loose the ball, but wiggle through those legs, okay? The leg muscles are just all the muscles through the body. So just kind of wiggle. Find some stretch, find some movement, okay? Grab your block. Block is coming in between the ankle bones as wide as it can go. Hug, so heel of the foot and ankle bone. Oh, Michelle, here. We missed that you didn't have one of those. With the ankle bone, okay, I'd like you to lean back. We're going to try this. You may need to hold on to the chair. Yeah. Because, yeah. See if you can lift, squeezing the block, and back down. Squeeze the block, lift, and back down. Squeeze the block, lift, and back down. One more. Squeeze the block, lift, and back down. Good job. Good job. Okay, with that squeeze, I want that squeeze to still happen. See if you can pick up the heel. Okay, you're going to feel this in your calves a little bit more than what we did before. I'd like you to try to pull the heels back again, firing up in the hamstring, in the quads. Pull back. Let it move to like maybe a half of an inch. Then the muscle will grab again and release. Beautifully done. Stretch it long. Both legs. Come back in, hug again. Okay. This time, I'd like you to lift again. Get those heels up, squeezing so that you're really squeezing with the ankle. The heels are off the floor. The block is elevated. Yes? Okay. Now try to push forward with your toes. Now, notice one foot, my right one, so much stronger. It takes off. So, do the right leg first, then do the left, then do the right, then do the left. This is the front of the thigh, the top of the thigh, then the right, then the left, then the right, then the left, then both together. See if you can squeeze your sit bones that you're sitting on together at the same time. Okay, you're going to feel like you're getting a little narrower in the pelvic area, right? And then drop it. Lean. Yeah, take a break. Wiggle through those legs, okay? It's a little bit different way of moving. We will still move through these, okay? But this is strength building. There's movement that builds range of motion. This is strength building. It's what we do with this, and these, right? And I just think it's really important that we build some. We're going to do one more of these. Squeeze the block, lift the heel, okay? Now, I'd like you to try to turn the foot out. Your ankle will kind of come away from it, and you'll be holding the block with your heel. Okay, can you see what I'm doing here? I'll try to really exaggerate it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you've taken the knees have gone wider, yes. The feet are going wider. Now I'd like you to squeeze the heels in. Yeah, there go those inner thighs firing. Don't let the block, it's not touching the ground. It's up in the air. If you need to help it up, you may release. Yeah, nicely done. Okay. Now, the hardest one to get is this one. the outside. Well, in the chair. This is usually our weakest place, but this is really hard to get, okay? So, grab your strap. Okay, you will bring it. It's going to come just underneath one of your feet. Oh, Michelle.
I'll get it before you.
Okay, so it's just this. We've done this before. I'm not quite sure. We might want the block for the other foot. I don't know. Okay, in fact, yes, I do think we want the block for the other foot. Okay, so you're just stepping up on the other foot. Okay, here we go. We're going to just, now, none of this. We're not going to sickle that ankle. We're holding it steady. We're pushing and we're pulling the hands. In fact, let's strap both opposite hands to foot.
Opposite hands.
Opposite hands. And you don't have to have it really tight, so don't reach clear down here and pull. You'll feel this just fine. So just hold here and bring it up and across and rest it on, the hand is resting. Use your other hand. There you go. That is resting on the foot on the block. Yes, that's right. Other hand. No. Move the block back. Trade hands. There you go. Okay, so this baby's elevated. That feels pretty good with this. You can start to feel the muscle working. Okay, you're gonna pull it out and hold. Yeah, little tiny, if you'd like to, you can do little tiny flex points. Tiny. You should be feeling this on the thigh. Yeah, and then you're gonna do some little pulses. Breathing, stretching, strengthening, and show me where you're feeling that.
Ooh, right here.
Woo, okay, and release. Yeah, stretch through that. Wiggle through. So I just try to find.
How do you come up with these things?
I sit on a chair and go, how do I get this? Trade legs. So, the block moved to the other foot. So move your block. Okay. Same hand is holding strap as block. So, yeah, right. And you're gonna bring this up and rest it on your thigh. So there's a little bit of a stretch, but not much. You don't need it. Yeah, okay. And you don't have to have the strap around your leg unless you want to really work it. Okay, here we go. It's going out to the side. You're just holding. You should feel that little bit of flexing and pointing in the foot. Notice if this one came faster. This is left leg, right? And then little pulses out to the side. Moving that muscle, working. Trying to go wide, not up and down. Wide, wide, wide. Beautifully done. And release. Okay, stretch it out, wiggle through it. Okay. So, there's some strength bearing exercises that are a part. Let's just take a strap and do some shoulder stuff. Hands here, gripping, holding, not gripping, is what I'm trying to say. But not shoulder height, drop it. So if I'm here, it would be my fingers probably are shoulder height. And then you're just gonna pull wide and you're gonna hold. Okay? Beautifully done. Go ahead and just some little pulses in and out. Releasing in and out, in and out. Try to isolate into the shoulder blade. So really, I'm trying to feel it right between those shoulders. Breathe, hold, little pumps. Just little tiny pumps. We're not in a rush. We don't get through faster than anybody else if we go faster. And slowly drop it. Slowly raise it. Slowly drop it. Slowly raise it. One more. Down we go. Beautifully done. And release. Roll through those shoulders. Yeah. My favorite is the swim, right? So either backstroke and then change it to your crawl, front stroke. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and arms out to the side, palms face up, elbows slightly bent. Pull the elbows in, just open through the chest. And then roll everything, shoulders, everything. Make the biggest, kind of like you're trying to create this. Have you ever done the butterfly? It's almost like you're trying to do the butterfly stroke. You do it this way and roll. So it's my shoulder, it's my elbows. They're coming out of the water and reaching. They're coming out of the water and reaching. They're coming out of the water, reaching, release. Okay, good stuff. All right, head to shoulder. Head to shoulder, drop it, come back, head to shoulder, raise the chin. Remember when we do this, we stretch the chin up and then come back and over. Go ahead and look. Tuck the chin, you're looking to the right, reach it back up and come across. Look over the other shoulder. Look down. Ooh, just feel that stretch. Look up. Bring it back down to center and come back. Beautiful. Will you just shake your head no? Not a yes. Breathe. Beautifully done. Okay, let's do some movement type stuff now, okay? Strap can go out of the way. So I kind of think we'll probably do some strengthening and some movement every class, okay? So, first one, just bring it up, the biggest circle you can make. You may lean a little bit back. Try not to collapse. So you're trying to still lengthen the body, right? Great big movements. Reverse that movement, okay? You might have, I've got one hip that just kind of, yep, I feel it. And then plant it. Use the block, it's gonna go underneath the foot, and you're just gonna go forward and back, okay? Try to move with your breath. Inhale, exhale, or inhale, exhale. Kind of just training ourselves to move and breathe at the same pace. I know I've shared with you about John Douliard's book, Mind, Body, Sport. No, Mind, Body, it's not spirit. I think it is Mind, Body, Sport. Where he worked with athletes and found that if they could breathe with their movement. So running is probably the hardest one to do this, but swimming, you do it, right? You move with your breath. Go ahead and hold it out to the side. Come up on your toe, go a little wider. Yeah, you're just going for openness in the hip, and then change sides. Just going forward and back. When we go up a little higher, we take a little bit of the pressure off of our psoas muscle. It's contracted either way because we're seated. This just makes it a little deeper contraction for it, but it takes off. Okay, and then go ahead. You can go further, but we're moving with our breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come to your toes. A little deeper, exhale. Inhale, a little deeper, exhale. Inhale, a little deeper, exhale. One more. Inhale, a little deeper. And exhale. Beautifully done. Go ahead and move your block out of the way. Let's do our seated sun salutations, and then we'll work into standing ones. Okay, oh, thanks, Michelle. I was gonna forget this one, but I don't think we totally need this one. Big hip circles. Okay, can you move this way with your breath too? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Are you doing the same leg? I think you are. And reverse.
I get it.
I think everybody's on the same leg. So take a couple more. Woo, baby! Yeah, and release. So that doesn't really build strength, guys. That builds mobility. Okay, we want to have both, right? Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, take a hinge. Hands on the thighs. Inhale, exhale, round it back. You know this one. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, just kind of go, oh. Just this pause. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. All the way up. And then exhale. Here we go. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. Excuse me. Come all the way up. Come around to the back. I'll turn sideways. Excuse me. All right. I think I walked up without something. When I start talking, I get into this. All right. Inhale. Sweep the arms. Exhale. Hands here. Stretch back. Find the reach. Inhale, just walk back up, and back up. Exhale, plant the hands and find the reach. Inhale, walk back up. Exhale, find the reach. Inhale, walk back up. And exhale, hands down. Go again, just go back and let's hold this one. Bend those knees, lengthen the spine. Head, if you can, is in between the arms. Yes, stretch it back, you got it. Now, go ahead and stand up and peek for a sec. I'd like you to do, this is kind of a wave. It's just a hinge wave, right? That's what I want you to do right here. So it will look like this. Okay, you'll be up high here and you're just gonna wave. Okay, so it's not my body. I mean, it is, but I'm trying to go here, here, here. Knees can be bent, okay? Step back a little. Hinge. I want you to feel this on the back of your thighs.
Only that
There you go.
took about 2.
2. Okay. Find that hinge. Just find the back of those legs. Reaching back with your sit bones and then hold. Stretch as long as you can. Okay? Come up part way. Walk in just a little bit. Okay? Come to your toes. We have not done this before. Okay? Make sure that your ankles aren't doing this. Really try to be up. You can take your feet a little wider if you need them to be. Okay? I would like you to bend your knees. And you're just going to come down a little and push back up. And come down a little and push back up. You are up on your toes. Come down a little. Push up, back up. Come down a little. Push back up. So I'm not lifting my chest. I've got weight in my hands. Okay? And then drop the heels. And then would you just take and roll through your ankles? Both directions. Take your feet as wide as you can. Turn the toes out. Not as wide as you can. Okay, if you've got socks on, be careful. I do not want to see that slip of a foot. Okay, the knee is going to bend. It's coming over the toes. So it's here, it's not here. We're not letting the knees come in. They're going out to the side. Yes. Okay. Try, you totally hold on to this chair. Try to feel as if you've got weights on your sit bones pulling down. Okay. Hold on to your chair. You've got support there. It's on your blanket. It's on your mat. So it's a little solid. Okay. Breathe. Now we're just going to do some little pulses up and down, up and down. Okay, push into your heels, push into the heel, push into the heel. So that there's just this push down into that heel, and then go ahead and stop. Just slowly bring those feet in. Okay, take it back. Find your length. That should feel good on your backs. 2. We can't work the glute without working up into our backs. Beautifully done. Fabulous work. Come on, all the way up. I'd like you to go find a place on the wall, okay? Lean away. So you're going to be about a foot, 3 feet. Your feet are about 3 feet from the wall. Hands are there on the, just right there, the fingers by the same height as the shoulders. Okay, take your hands wide. Larry, bring your hands down a little. Okay, there you go. All righty, bending the elbows. Don't let them go out to the side. Try to brush your side waistline. You won't get them that close, but they're trying to stay in. Just bending the elbows, push into the wall to push away. Bend the elbows, push into the wall to push away. One more, bend the elbows. Can you hold with the elbows bent? Beautifully done. Hug the elbows towards your waistline. They don't touch. Pull the belly. Pull the belly towards me and release. Beautifully done. Come back to the chair. Take your hands as wide as you can on your chair and just stretch it long. And walk back in. Beautifully done. Roll through those shoulders. Fabulous. Go both directions. Okay. So this is kind of more an overall body. I wanted to try to kind of, and so I want to just fiddle with this for a minute, and I can do it, but I want to watch you guys doing it. So I want you to come as close to your chair as you can. Okay. The hips are going to be on the chair. I'd like to see about a little bit of a back bend here. So working the spine, really hold on.
push into the chair, just let the back and come back. Okay, so we're just lifting and coming out of it. Okay, so it is a curvature of the spine going back. Yeah, and release. Try to exaggerate even the release being curled through the spine. Open and stretch, shoulders come back, curl through the spine. This is kind of what we do seated. Open through the back, curl through the spine. Last one, open through the back. Will you bring your hands to your hips, thumbs around the back? Push down with your hands. They're going to push here, pull the elbows towards each other, lift through the heart. Take a deep inhale and see if you can just puff through the chest and release. Good job. Roll through. Beautifully done. Did that bug low backs?
I hold in my.
If you hold the belly in, it doesn't. Good to know. Okay, work your way onto your backs. It's time for windshield wipers. And turn out the lights. Grab your blankie, blanket underneath your head. Now, there's a new way. I'll come around, never mind later. On your backs, right? Knees to the sides. This one. So here really are arms just there. Just let the legs go one direction. Look opposite. Inhale back up. Look opposite. Inhale and look. Inhale and exhale. Trying again to move with your breath. Beautifully done. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Keep going. Same thing, but your legs are wide. Keep bent your knees. Yep. Bend, but take your feet wider. And still do the same. Oh, yeah. Ooh, there goes that. Yeah. Yeah. Beautifully done. Go ahead and hold the knees next time you're to the right. Just hold them to the side. Take a deep inhale. An audible H-A-ha exhale. So it's just like, bring the knees back up. Take them to the other side. They'll be to the left. Hold. Inhale. Two more each side. Inhale up. As you come down, exhale. And you're going to hold for a minute. Can you find the breath we started with? The inhale that's long and slow. The exhale.
Inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, take them down. And hold. Find an inhale. Then an audible exhale. Hopefully being able to release every ounce of tension. Inhale the knees up. Exhale to the other side. Last one this side. Take another breath and inhale. And an audible. Inhale the knees up. Take them to the other side. Inhale and exhale. And one more and an audible exhale. Inhale. Beautifully done. Bring the knees back up. Will you grab one and hold it in towards your chest? You can totally grab it underneath the thigh and just wiggle it side to side. Maybe make some little circles with it. Bend your other knee or your other leg and plant your foot so that you have some support here of just wiggling through that hip. Go ahead and bend the knee into your chest and just reach it maybe up into the air, and then bend it into your chest and reach it up. And bend it and reach it. With it up in the air, will you roll through ankle one more time? And then bring that leg down and bring the other one in. Just wiggle through. Nothing is right or wrong here. You're just wiggling. Not just the ankle, but the hip. Right? Yeah, finding some range of motion, and then go ahead and take it straight. And bring it in. And take it straight. And bring it in. And take it straight. Just leave it up and just circle through the ankle. Beautifully done. Drop that foot. And let's go ahead and we'll get set up for Shavasana. Putting a bolster underneath those knees. Just like it's down there. There you go. Okay. Good. Good bolsters. There we go. Yeah. Oh, totally relaxed. Letting everything go. I think that's one of the fastest ways I've seen you guys just relax. I usually see some wobbly, wiggling. Coming back to the breath, coming back a little bit to the thought of something you just love. And instead of you thinking of what you love, I'm going to think of what you love for just a minute. I'd like you to think of what you feel with your body. What do you sense and notice? Is it hard to hold still? I'm not sensing that today at all. Can you think for a moment of how amazing the movement you've just done is for your body? What's your mind like? Is there a little bit of a calm? Is there a connection? And then for a moment, try to let everything go. Your thought. You're not even focused on your breath. You just are. And then go ahead and deepen your breath. Begin wiggling the arms and hands. Stretching. It is a second awakening for the day. I don't know, maybe it's a third or fourth. But hopefully it's one where there's just like this sense of awe because of what you can do. I'll end the recording here, but and the rest you guys can slowly work your way back up.